So this is an account that I've been using this trade only on, and these are the stats in the account past today. All right, so the breakdown on the trades that I took today, these are the ERE framework, NCAP rejection, execution, one and done trades. So this right here is about 10 o'clock. This is where I noticed the rejection of this 15, well, what I thought was a 15-minute end cap. I was actually had this set to 21. I was playing with different numbers and I had this set to 21. So this was actually a 21-minute end cap. Now, the reason I got into the short was we're below our 350 zone, right? So we're below the zone. We actually rejected the zone. I thought this was going to be a badass entry. Um, so we ended up getting into the short right around here somewhere. I'm going to actually change it over to the 15-minute zone, what it's supposed to be. Now, if you know the setup, we use the 15, 45, and 30-minute zones for our rejections, right? So whichever one's being rejected, that's the one we use, and that's where we set our risk. But we need to be below the 350 zone over here, which is our bias. And if you look, we're rejecting everything. We're rejecting the 15, we rejected a 30, we rejected a 45, all right there. So I just held the trade out, right? But my entry was something like this. Like it was like something like this. And I actually had the 21 zone set as my stop, and then 2 to 1. And then I will show you here the actual trade. This actually ends up losing. So this goes down. We get pretty close to take profit. We're down. We get to like $300 in profit because we do 250 risk, 500 reward. Right now, what happened is I saw price shove back up, right, and I realized the mistake. So here was the rejection off of a 45-minute end cap at 10 o'clock. Perfect execution of a trade that we should have taken that short right there. Now, had we taken that short, we would have been out of this trade way early and got our 2 to 1 and been on with our day, right? Now, what I saw happen was this shove up right here. And I was like, if this rejects this area here, if this rejects like even just this beacon line right here, see that the top of this beacon line over here? Let me turn off all the other zones because we're just using the 45 at this point. So right here is the beacon line, the top that was rejection from this end cap over here. And if price rejects that, I'm like, this is just a short squeeze and I'm getting into the trade. So I took the short right here. My stop loss went up right here and went for a 2 to 1 and locked it in. And I actually tried to trail down, but I ended up getting stopped. I wanted to make sure we got at least our 2 to 1. So that recovered this loss and then brought us into profit for the day on this trade. And then that puts us at about 3R for the week on the ERE frameworks. Here's the live trades.